Okay, let's get this started. This is going to be a really quick stream, people. I think I got everything I need out. I realized in the last video setting up the motherboard that I put the RAM in the wrong spot. I don't care, I'm going to fix that. I got the CPU cooler, we got to clean it because apparently I did not clean the thermal paste off. And we're going to try, let's move this over here. So this is going to be, I got to take the control panel off and get rid of that so we can get the PC that's in there out, right? So we're going to work on that. So let's go ahead and switch over. I'm going to switch over on the other machine here. Let's just do this. And we'll do this. So let's start with, I've tried to set it up so that we can see as much of the table as possible here. Because we're going to be doing lots and lots of stuff. You can see the cooler's got lots of thermal paste on it, and we got to get rid of that. So I got some rubbing alcohol and some cotton swabs because I don't have any cloths left. So first off, let's fix this. And that away. Alright, so first off, let's fix this. There we go. So we need to take this off. I have so many of these brackets. I think I kept 2 in a bag, and then just from other installs. One's from my machine because I got a AIO and it has a custom back plate, just like this cooler that we'll show you in a second. So this is my old development rig, and we need to replace this with this one, and there's thermal paste on there. Oh, cool. Alright, so let's get some cotton swabs here. So alcohol breaks down thermal paste, and even if you get some in here, which there seems to be some on there, yeah, it's not going to hurt it. Alright, so now let's try and clean this one off. Okay. Okay, this goes in the garbage now, so I don't have to touch it all the time. Okay, so the back plate goes like this, and then it has the standoffs like this. And I have to, buried my processor, didn't I? Like I said, I go through this box all the time, and I've probably buried it. There it is. 1800X. All right. So there's the old processor. Good. And triangle. Like that. Now, how much is left in here? That is the question. It's empty. Alright, time to open the new one. Let's get rid of this. Okay. So, this is blowing out, so we're going to put it this way. Or in, sorry, this way. So we're going to go like this. Yeah. Oh goody, where are the screws now? They're not in the box. That is a very good question. What happened to all the screws for it? Are they in here? No. That's not good. Those are motherboard screws, fan screws. There's none in there. Where did they go? Oh, wait a minute. Oh, no. This one screws in from the bottom. Right. I remember. This is the annoying one. So this is... now I remember how this goes. All right, so this is an H7 cryo rig. It was just a fairly cheap cooler back in the day. It was something. It was better than the stock cooler that came with the 18 or with the processors, and the 1800X did not actually include one, so I had to buy one. So let's take this off first. Yeah, pretty clean. All right. So now this is the annoying one. So I have to put this on and tilt the board up just to screw it down. So let's see if we can do this without twisting it too much. I wonder if I can I might have to do at least one or two off the desk because it's very annoying to hold this cooler up. So I'm just going to do it off the edge of the desk first here. Get some of these started. Okay. Uh, don't want to over tighten them. So this cooler is really cheap, and you can see how it actually does kind of twist, which is not ideal, but it is what it is, right? Okay, so now the fan has arrows, which shows the way it blows, so we're gonna suck the air in this way, or see, this is not going in the case, right? So if I do an exhaust, ooh, that's a really dirty fan. So if I exhaust it, then I can pull the air out this way, because it's going to be facing that way towards the back of the cabinet. You know what? I'm just gonna do it this way, and I'll put a fan here that sucks air in, because I'm gonna have a fan on this side sucking air out, so that will probably work. Now this is finicky as hell. Kia, cat's crying. No. Kia, go lay down. No. No. Oh my god, the cat wants in. Hey, come on. Yeah, come inside. Come on. Let's go. In. Come on. Gee. You're needy today. What's wrong? Alright, so I'm changing the orientation because the fan, trying to make it so that I don't have so many cables hanging out. So this is gonna go right here. Kia, go lay down. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, that'll work. Sure. It's not like anyone's gonna see this. Let's go up one here. These brackets are so annoying. Anyways, alright, so cooler is on. RAM is done. Drive's in. Okay, let's clean this off. We want this. And I'm going to put this on. Okay, I can't just put this anywhere, because this stuff's going back in here. So I'll put this over here for now, out of the way. We're going to move this somewhere else. We don't need the pie hooked up here. The pie can go away for now. Kia, come on. Come, lay down on a chair. Okay, so now we're gonna take this off for now, and we will take apart the arcade cam. Now you are not gonna want to be in here. Go outside, because we're gonna be using the drill, and we don't want to freak her out too much, because she will hate this room if we do that. Okay. Sure. Alright, let's switch to main cam. And we're going to try and get this so that we can see what we're doing. Like that. We will put this on the floor for now. And then we need to get rid of this as garbage or recycle. This stuff can go away. And all these screws. So I have been trying to, ooh, there goes the socket. I've been trying to figure out if there's a better way to actually do this computer in here. Because there is not really any airflow yet. Like the cabinet itself, as you can tell, this is not finished, right? So, and there goes another screw. Yeah, whatever. It hasn't been finished. I'm not really happy with this design. I kind of took something from the internet and made my own thing. And it's supposed to be a 4-player, but when I was laying out the controls, it was too wide. I didn't like how wide it was. So I just made it 2-player, but I think it's still too big. So I might just remake this at some point. We'll see. So we need to unlock. And make sure. Alright, so we need to unplug all of this. Okay, good. You guys can see this somewhat. Okay, so there's that. Okay, all the USB is unplugged. Alright. So now the fun part. Where am I going to put this? I can't put, well, I could rest it across the chair. We'll try that. Alright, so we got a gun in here. And first thing is to pull all the USB cables from the back. Unplug the power switch and reset switch for the front panel. Oh, there's that screw that fell. Where to put it? There it is. So this is going to come off nicely. Yeah. Stay. The thing's really heavy. Alright, so then this, and I'll go back there. This is the sound bar. The sound bar I got for, I think it says $80. It was at a pawn shop, and I think I got them to sell it to me for $60. So, okay, we're going to take this off to make this a little easier. the jank. There we go. All right. Let the camera reinitialize. And then we will start dealing with this chaotic mess of a computer. So these are the Noctua fans that were on my actual development rig that I took out when I put my AIO in. So I don't need that. We're just going to unplug all this stuff. And then it's such a shame. This is a cool game. The last time I actually used this for regular games was when No Man's Sky was out. That's for the keyboard and mouse. When No Man's Sky came out, this machine was actually too it was too old. It was actually below the spec. But so the difference between this and at the time the FX series was its like successor. And at the time this was like one of the top end processors for the AM3 Plus platform. And the problem was that it, compared to the FX series, it was missing certain instructions. And so there were certain things that No Man's Sky, ooh, there goes the phone. Certain things that No Man's Sky was expecting to do graphically. And like it would expect the processor to send the instruction to the graphics card or something like that. And this particular chip does not have those instructions. So there was actually a beta patch when No Man's Sky first came out that I had to install. It was like a testing version. And that is what allowed me to actually play No Man's Sky for a while on this rig. Oh, there's a screw in there. And this is an RX 470. Still a good card. I like it a lot. It's like one of my favorite cards. Actually, a fun story. This is the replacement RX 470. And it is an 8 gigabyte version. I had like the 6 or 4 gig or whatever it was. And when I had a warranty problem, it was doing graphical glitches and stuff. And when I got them to repair it, I had to send mine in. And they sent me back an 8 gig instead. Because they didn't have any of the other ones. All right, we're going to see how many of these standoffs come off with the board. So this is the motherboard tray from the original PC that this computer was in. And I just kind of hacked the old case apart because I really didn't have an idea of how to manually do this stuff, like make a board mount. Oh, that standoff came out. I didn't have the ability to make one of these myself, like do the screws and all that stuff. So I just kind of ripped this out of the machine at the time. So now, all right, what one's stuck? It's this one. Oh, that's not good. That one is not coming out. Okay. I have another one. This can just go away. Can't reuse the RAM in there anyways, so it's DDR3. Now, I'm going to get another standoff. I saw one in here. And there goes a whole bunch of screws. This is why I used to have them in a bin. A little baggy. I'm going to have to clean this up later. I don't have the patience to deal with that right now. Alright. So I used to have all these screws in a little Ziploc bag. Okay, and this is my hack job. So I actually just cut this out from tin snips, cut it out of the original case, and just bolted it right into the bottom side. And you see this goes right into the bottom. And yeah, that's how I got it to sit there. And it's just enough that I can mount stuff with it. So it's cool. It all works. Okay. So the next step is going to be, we're going to mount this back on the motherboard mount for the cabinet, and then run all our cables again. We'll see how far we get here today. I really just wanted to get the motherboard swapped out, but we'll see if it'll actually post. No, we don't need all of these. I can probably just get away with these, but I'll grab another screw. I'm missing one. Yes, I am. Let's grab another one. Should be one here. All right. Graphics card back on. Locked. The janky graphics card holder. Really doesn't do anything anymore, but whatever. Okay, so we need USB. Now this already has the BIOS update and should just work. Let's do power supply. Actually, let's do the fans. So if we got this one here, we're gonna do, it is this way. Okay, so this is the airflow. So we're gonna go. We got sysfan 1 is there, so let's do that one. Okay, so this is just gonna basically sit like this, and it's on there. Okay, so then we're going to take another one, and I have a sysfan 3 over here. And this one, we don't know what we're going to do with it yet. So we'll just kind of leave it. Power supply. Don't want it this way, don't want it this way. So that the power is on the bottom, because when it sits in there, there's a cross beam here, and it's kind of in the way. So, all right, so we need power. No. I have to put it this way, because I don't want the fan to be bringing in air from here. PCIe 24. SATA. Power. Okay. Now we are going to grab this again. Unplug that for now. Line that up. And those are for those. Did I put the screw? Yeah, they over here. Oh. These are just to hold it in place on the tray so I don't, when I plug stuff in or whatever, I move it, the board doesn't slide around. That's all it's there for. I had planned on salvaging like a SATA mount and strapping this down, but it doesn't go anywhere, so I think it's fine. Okay, so now where is this gonna go? You know what? Let's not put that here. I think I've got a header over here. Sysfan 2. Okay, let's put this one here. And we're gonna exhaust this. So it's gotta go that way. So we're gonna leave that here for now. And or if we bring it this way, it'll bring in cool air from that side maybe. We'll see. We'll see when we put that back. Okay. So let's do this. Okay. So now, front panel is there. I cannot read that. Speaker, power, LED, switch. Okay, so it's the bottom two. Power and reset. Okay. Just need to see which ones they are because I can't really see that when I put everything in. So we're going to do this. Need to align this. There it is. Okay. This goes back on. That. Okay, so now let's do these. Oh yeah, because I gotta take this off probably. So we're gonna go. Yeah, I gotta take this off to put this on. Okay, augs in. Power. We want to go this way. Power. Augs. This goes into speaker. And we have video. And let us do a quick post test before we get too carried away. Power. Okay. We'll see if we can turn this. All right. Screwdriver. And I need the remote right here. All right. And power switch was the top, I said? Yeah. No. Oh, I didn't plug in the power supply. That's why I didn't want to put it at the top because it's kind of a pain to get in there. Yep, helps if it's on. All right. We're going to use this on. Oh, we're getting something. Set up. Look at that, hey? Alright, so can I move this back at all? You are not going to be able to see that. Alright. We will get this out of the way. And I need a chair. So, it's not really hard to see, but we're going to try and see if we can do this. Let's do restore defaults. Okay, now we want what am I looking for? It's the CPU stuff. Not that one. Where did they hide that? This one? No. Where did they hide the CPU advanced stuff? Ooh. Enable bar. Power LED. VGA onboard LAN is enabled. Sure. USB is enabled. That's fan profiles. We'll deal with that later. UEFI. Alright, where's the virtual machine? I'm looking for the advanced CPU stuff. Oh, there it is. SVM enable, just in case. Sure, all this stuff can be there. We'll leave everything the same, and we're just gonna post without setting the memory. Save, yes. Save and reboot. Oh, what's my... boot override. Okay, yeah. So we're gonna boot to okay, so it's gonna do the SATA drive first and then the other one. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna reinstall Windows anyways, but I want to make sure the system is booting. So this should boot right into the machine. It's probably going to be very loud. Okay. You know what? I'm going to power this off. I bet those are disabled because I have an M.2 in there right now. Let's try putting it into like this SATA. Come on. Okay, so why does it not want to boot? Like this is not what I want. Root on the SATA. Yeah, so it's like it's doing the SATA drive first. Okay, let's do this. And was it F11? Oh, it doesn't recognize it. Hmm. Yeah, whatever. Okay, so it doesn't like that. Why doesn't it like to boot from to the like it doesn't even recognize it? Um I wonder if it was installed with the other mode. Um we want let's try CSM. Yep, there we go. It was installed with CSM. Alright, so this should post right into it. Yep. So when I install Windows next time, I have to switch it to UEFI. What I want to do is I want to unplug this drive and oh look, it had an update. Cool. Um, I don't have any networking cable. I have to make a new network cable. But this particular drive has what is it called? Not Launchpad. Is it Launchpad? I can't. It's been so long since I've used this machine. It's got the big box mode for arcade, so as soon as it boots up, it should boot right into Windows and then go into the arcade cabinet part. Windows updates. This machine's been off for quite a while, probably a number of months at this point. Launchbox. It's called Launchbox. All right. So, and I'm thinking the M.2 will be a lot faster booting too. So right now it's not the greatest, but I'm still thinking. Windows updates always slow down the machine. Yes, I know you don't have any internet. That was Steam. Is it not going to start? Let's go into big box. Make sure this works. Really? Oh, no, there it goes. Okay, it is there. Okay, so it does work. All right, well, arcade machine's back up. Let us deal with this. We're gonna install Windows. I will do this off camera. I don't want to bore anyone, but we're gonna basically install Windows 10 onto the M.2 that we put in. Unplug the SATA drive that is currently the boot device, and we are going to install Windows in UEFI and get that working, and then we will try to reboot the system and see if that, worst case scenario, I have to hook this drive up to my main desktop and copy the folders and configuration files for Launchbox, and then format the drive. But we'll see what it does here. So yeah, we'll shut that down, and yeah, we'll install Windows and hook up the control panel and everything, and we'll go from there. Thanks for watching, everyone. If I can even get to the mouse now, because I've got stuff all over the board. Oh my goodness. Oh hey. Yeah. Oh yeah. That's no problem. The that video actually got a lot of views. I wish I could do it more often, but actually with the new setup, it'll make it a lot easier. So yeah. Let's switch back over to here actually. So I actually have this. And this is the actual board that I did do that on. And it has to be ARM-ed. I should do that right away, actually. I don't remember how long it's been since I bought it, so I have to get it exchanged. It's got a problem with it, but it likes to just shut itself off. And I've tried new power supplies and everything, and it still does it. So we will try and fix that. So you got a Ryzen 7 5800X3D and a B550 Pro, and it gave GPU debug, so figured BIOS. Yeah, the problem with the 500 or 5000 series processors is since they run on like B450s and like you got the X3D, so even if the 5800X was supported when the board was created, when the 3D came out, it has extra stuff in it, and you have to sometimes update the BIOS just because that processor has some other extra features in it. So yeah, it's kind of a pain, but that's why like when I build machines for people or I give suggestions on them, I always make sure to choose any manufacturer that has that button on it, right? So in case anybody who's watching has never seen this, so this is a 550 board that's being very unwieldy right now. Okay, and this is the little button. So this button right here is the flash BIOS button, and you put it in here, the USB with the BIOS loaded on it. And if you don't have this, yeah, you got to have a compatible processor. There's one, sometimes it's on here on the board. Sometimes there's like a CMOS reset and power and the QLED like codes that pop up. You'll see it on some of the higher end boards that have a little LCD display and it shows boot code numbers and stuff. But drove 1.5 hours to build your PC yesterday. It's an hour and a half home. Oh man, yeah, it should work. Just make sure that you have the drive formatted to FAT32, and you copy the BIOS file and rename it to msi.rom, plug the USB into the bottom port, and then when you push this button, when you connect the CPU power, so 24 pin and CPU power up, turn on your power supply, and you push the little flash BIOS button, and there's a little light here that should light up, and when it starts blinking, that means it's doing it. And your QLED lights here, you'll have a CPU light on it. You don't have to have the processor installed. And then, does it work? I have a CPU installed. Oh, no, you can leave it installed. It's designed to work either way. But what'll happen is once you only hook those up, like don't connect anything else to it, just to make sure it doesn't like try to turn on or whatever. But yeah, you put the USB in there. When everything's plugged in, you push this button once, and you should see the light go on, and then it'll start doing the blinking and stuff, and then it'll stop blinking. But this light, I think, stays on almost every brand. I think it's a CPU light that lights up, and it'll stay there. Once that's on, and once the red light stops blinking, you switch off the power supply, hook up your video card. Yeah, it takes up to like 5-15 minutes for it. So, yeah, it can take a little while to update. But once it goes off, then I think this debug CPU just stays on, but the red light stops. It actually turns off. Once that happens, flip off the power supply, and then you should be able to hook your video card up and all that stuff. If you want to just see if it posts, you don't have to hook up your hard drive, even if you have Windows installed on it. Just hook up the graphics card so that you have video output, and hook up power to it, and then turn on the system, short out the pins. They are power switch. So on the front panel, it's where there's the offset one. There's two here, and then there's two above it. The two above it is the switch, and the two below it is the reset. So just make sure you do the top two. And then, so that's probably, you can't even see that. How about this? Is this going to be, can I do this? How's that? No, it's not close enough. But anyways, you have everything installed right now. Is that an issue? No, it should be fine. The system's pretty forgiving. It's just you don't turn the system on with the button. You have to use the flash BIOS button, which you've done. If it's blinking, it's doing its thing. Once it shuts off, you can power the system off, reboot it, and you should get a video output. Yeah. As long as you follow the rest of the instructions, you got your RAM situated properly, it should all just work. It should be fine. Yep. It's fun, and it only happens with, people with Intel are kind of hooped. I don't know, because Gigabyte, I thought it was Asus, but Gigabyte, well, maybe Asus has the same one, but Gigabyte has Q-Flash, and then there's Q-Flash Plus. And the Q-Flash Plus is the one that lets you have a button or lets you do an update. And the problem is that I haven't looked up too many Intel boards, but I don't know if there's, like, how many of them out there have a flash BIOS button for Intel. I don't really build Intel machines anymore, so I haven't since like Celeron days, like original, like Pentium 4, that kind of an era. It's been a while since I've had an Intel system. But yeah, like I haven't seen Intel boards that have BIOS buttons on them. So yeah, so we're gonna be doing arcade stuff here, and we're gonna be doing some electronic stuff. Hopefully, try and work on some Arduino and Pi stuff. I have to kind of figure out how I'm gonna hook up the desk. I want to put my laptop here and then not have it in the way of stuff. So I'm not sure exactly how that's going to work. And then be able to flip between the outputs. That might be the tricky part because I have to capture my screen on my laptop to the computer, but it's going to be delayed. So I don't know. We'll see. Yeah, glad that the video helped. it's definitely been an interesting 4 years because the all these new features and processors and stuff are just kind of adding to the complexity. It doesn't help that the motherboard manufacturers just are not really happy. No, but there was a Discord that we were using, and we had I had talked to the admins of it to deal with they have a chat, a voice chat for help. It's like PC PC build or something like that. I can't remember. It's like a PC Paradise or something like that. And we were just kind of using that Discord. Otherwise, I just kind of said, I mean, I'm on, I don't know, 100 different Discords because of my work stuff. So, um, but I don't, I mean, I have my testing one that I test all my Discord bots and stuff on, but I don't actually have my own Discord community. But maybe later. It depends. Um, yeah, it's just it is a lot of work to manage the Discord stuff. Um, is that off? Yes, it is. All right, let's turn this off here. Yeah. So I'm gonna go and rip apart this machine a bit and get Windows installed on it. Once I get, I'm gonna make a new network cable because when this is actually connected, I have no machine and I can do a screen capture on my main machine with the arcade cabinet. So I can actually do gaming capture of the arcade cabinet playing games now. Um, that is with the current setup. So, and I want to use the M.2 because I bought like, it was like a $30 one Canadian. It was like $34 Canadian, I think, maybe less. I have to look up how much I paid. It's just a 256 gig M.2, and all it's going to be is for the operating system and the launch box software for the arcade cabinet. And I'm going to keep all of the ROMs and games and stuff on the other SATA drive and just have the configuration basically on the main drive. And that way I can keep, the images separate from the ROMs and all that stuff. That is one of the worst things about the arcade cabinet, is setting up the images and all the different emulators and stuff. But yeah, we'll get into that later. Yeah, I'm gonna get to work on this thing. So and it's boring. No one wants to. I can't really capture the screen anyways. So yeah, I'm just gonna go. Thanks for watching. Glad that the video helped you out, and good luck on the thing. If you message me on the Reddit on the PC Build Help, like just reply to the thread in PC Build Help on Reddit. I have a sticky thread on there with the video on it, or just reply in a comment on the video. Comment on the video, and then I can help you out if you have any other questions. So yeah, good luck, and we will talk to you guys later.